You are approaching Saturn. You are only seconds away. I have arranged for you to meet my companion. He will lead you. Watch and listen. Please, don't disappoint him. He doesn't like that.
We are 5 years away from entering the 21st century. Humankind stands on the edge of the interactive age. You have come a long way. But are you ready for the future?
Introducing Sega Saturn. Aww. Hit it. Sega's next-generation gaming platform. Revolutionary sports and arcade gameplay. All with amazing new 3D experiences never before possible on home game systems. Wow.
Sega Saturn. It's how you play the game.
What's happening?
Sega Saturn, the benchmark of engineering excellence, combining 3 32-bit RISC processors with 5 additional processors to create a head-snapping 500,000 polygons per second.
Wow.
Experience Sega Saturn's monster torque and parallel processing power. All the speed and handling you'd expect. And every inch a Sega.
You thought you knew how to play the game? But no one has played this hard, this fast, this real, until now. Come, look into the world of Sega Saturn.
Virtua Fighter!
Panzer Dragoon!
Bug! Black Fire!
Sega Saturn, the most powerful, the most technologically advanced game system anywhere.
Yeah.
Sega Saturn is the newest and most indulgent taste temptation from Sega, delivering crystal clear digital video and rich, creamy 3D graphics. And each unit is topped off with a delicious DSP chip dedicated to scrumptious CD quality sound. This gourmet meal from Sega goes oh so well with all of these yummy, mouth-watering titles. NHL All-Star Hockey. Clockwork Night. Daytona, USA. Worldwide Soccer.
Sega Saturn!
Incoming!
Go farther than you have ever gone before. Sega Saturn. Play your games in the 21st century and leave the rest of the world behind.
Thank you for your attention. Now it's time to explore your inner realm. Open your brain and look inside. Prepare to enter the theater of the eye.
Welcome to the theater of the eye.
Rods and cones report to the orbital socket.
How nice. We're trimming the toenails. What's that?
Optic nerve. This is the brain. What's going on down there?
The eardrum's going off! Go get help!
We're having a breakdown. We're having a breakdown. We're having a breakdown. Having a breakdown. We're having a breakdown.
What else can go wrong?
Urgent synapse on line 2. It's the sphincter.
What is going on up there?
Sega Saturn. Welcome to the theater of the eye. 500,000 polygons a second.
Let me see.
16 million colors.
Me.
Wreak some havoc in your head.
Sega
Saturn. Welcome to the theater of the eye. Real sports.
Keep it down a little.
Real fast.
Optic nerve here. I am gonna need some help.
Real painful.
Sega
Saturn.
Now you may return to the world as you know it. And remember, look for Sega Saturn. It's out there.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Saturn Saturday, where I play various Sega Saturn games on real hardware. If you haven't already hit the like button, you will at some point, because this is going to be a great stream. So I appreciate everybody checking this out. I first of all have to apologize. Somehow my latency on YouTube got set back to like normal, which means it's about 30 seconds of a delay. So what you're hearing right now, I said 30 seconds ago. So when you respond in the chat, it may take me a little while to respond, but I also will be playing games, so it'll be hard for me to see your message right in the middle of a stage. So I don't think it'll be too big of an issue, but I just want to make you all aware of it. So today we are playing G-Vector. Now this game was only released in Japan. It is like a rail shooter, kind of in the same genre as Panzer Dragoon Saga, or not Saga, but Panzer Dragoon and Panzer Dragoon 2. I am playing today with cheats turned on because I don't want to just die over and over again trying to get good at a level. So I thought it'd be better just to go ahead and have Infinite Shield, get a chance to check out the game, see how it plays. It does support the 3D pad, which I am using. So I'll be interested to see how it plays with this. 3D pad's not the most comfortable thing to use, but we'll give it a try. So I couldn't find out a whole lot about this game online from what I could find. It was released exclusively in Japan in October of 1997, and it's made by a company called Soft Office. You'd think that they would make like word processing programs or something, but no, they made like 4 games. One of them apparently unreleased. I believe they're all in Japan only. Daiboken Saint Elmo's no Kaisuke was a game they made, the first game they made in 1996, and don't really know a whole lot about that game either. Just from what I can tell, I haven't played it, but there's not not a whole lot of information about it. Not even sure what kind of a genre of a game it is, but maybe it's something I'll check out later. Okay, well I do see here over at Sega Retro that is some type of simulation RPG, so about as much as I know. Then they did G Vector next, and then they did ASCII Muses. Kind of an interesting sounding game, and then the one they didn't release is Phantom Fish. So they have an official website on the Wayback Machine. I'm sure this is long gone now, so I don't even know if the company probably doesn't. I mean, the company obviously doesn't exist anymore, but they probably, like, some of the employees may have got absorbed into other companies, but I didn't trace any of that kind of stuff down. It's funny, on the Wayback Machine, their website says, please access by Netscape Navigator after version 2.0. And of course, the katakana or whatever they use for their website doesn't translate in the Wayback Machine, so you just get a whole bunch of garbage. And at the time when it was archived, it had 803 viewers. So, yeah, kind of a smaller company, but I heard decent things about this game. Now, you basically have shoot as your main button, A, and then you have B to shoot your lasers and access your targets, and then you have C, which is just an auto fire, just non-stop blasting away. A total of 6 stages. A stage complete in the standard game, they can be accessed in the score attack. So I may end up trying both of those. Stage progresses. Let's see. Stage progress scores and continue codes are automatically saved to Saturn's internal memory. And that's about all I have about this game. So we'll see if we can go ahead and get started in it. We'll check out some of the options here. I was kind of like to look at some of the stuff. So I did play around with this earlier, set this to stereo. Not sure what the music is about. I think I want music off, so I'll set it like that. Reverse is on. And they've got this cool object viewer, so you can kind of look and rotate around the different objects. See, there's a bunch of them here. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I thought that was kind of a neat little bonus feature. Okay, so let me get the chat here up so I can check things out as I'm going and quickly glance over. We are streaming on YouTube, Rumble, and Twitch. Join all those there. Now on YouTube, I do plan to give away some channel subscriptions at the end. So if you want a chance at that, I think you have to usually drop a comment to increase your chances. I'm not exactly sure what the algorithm is, but I think the more you interact, the more you chat, the more higher your chances are. Now, from what I've seen, this is a relatively short game. I think it's only like 30 minutes to get all the way through. Okay, I can tell my cheat's working because I've got garbage up there on my shield. Okay, so of course a 3D pad, but like it doesn't seem to be like it moves slower. like, there doesn't seem to be a speed change when I'm moving around, so I guess maybe it just supports the fact that you can move around at different angles, but no kind of speed adjustments there. Oh, okay, there we go. So now I gotta hit that when I see the lots come up. I need to start hitting that. Gotta hit the B button. Feels a little different than I imagined. You always go right back to the bottom when you stop moving around. Try the digital pad for a second and see if it's... Ah, that's interesting. So the digital pad kind of keeps you where you were. Analog pad, when you let go, you walk back in. So it's kind of not really analog movement as it is like you're going to be on the screen wherever you're pointing the analog stick. If that makes sense. Yeah, so when I move more, I move up higher, but it's almost hard to control that way. Oh, I'm actually going to switch it back to D-pad. That seems to be actually a little easier to control. As you move up, you stay wherever you were. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know if I can hit by the terrain or not. Yeah, apparently I can. No, maybe not. Hard to tell. Yeah, so I find the analog stick almost kind of useless on this. It's a lot harder to control, I think. I still haven't killed him. Tell you to break. Do I have to do the stage over again? Oh, guess I cleared it. I didn't beat the Guardian. Kind of weird. Apparently this game does have like a cheat code that some people have found recently. Someone has found recently that allows you to have like invincibility, but trying to trigger it is like super difficult. I spent about 20 minutes trying to do it yesterday when I was testing out the game to make sure it all worked. And it involves you like holding the A button when you're at the Sega screen, then you're supposed to switch over to B when it moves to the logo for the company, and then hit C right before that logo fades. From what I've read, it's like almost one frame that you've got to hit the button in. So it's even harder to do even with a debugger. So I'm like, okay, well, that's obviously not something I'm going to do. And there is a patch ISO that has some features unlocked. I don't think I had that one particular unlocked. It's a different cheat. But hopefully maybe someday somebody will make a patched ISO for this game with that feature unlocked by default. It had some other cool things in it that you could do besides just infinite health. Infinite shield, I guess they call it here. Hey, David. Here, let's see, with the obligatory... Thank you for joining me. I don't know if you caught the beginning of this, but the analog stick I feel is almost useless on this game because it's basically you point the analog stick where you want to be on the screen and not how you move. It's really weird, so I switched back to the digital pad so I can at least kind of stay where I'm supposed to be. So like right now I'm hitting nothing, I'm staying in one spot, but I switch to analog stick. If I hit nothing, I snap back to the bottom center of the screen. A little bit of slowdown here. I'm guessing my laser is getting supposed to get stronger down there at the bottom if I wait. Not really sure what the laser thing at the bottom means. Oh, destroyed some stuff. I don't think I'm going to beat him again. Ah, well now I definitely can't beat him. Getting off screen. No, I was close. I have to do this again and see if I can beat these things. Try to figure out where I'm hitting and what's actually doing damage. The asteroids stage, I guess. As far as I can tell, no other buttons do anything. That's not, well, for my red, just A, B, and C. It'd be neat if you could, like, twist the thing around using the L and R. That was a quick stage. I know I'm taking damage, but I'm trying to see if I can actually get kill one of these bosses for a change. Figure out where I gotta stand to actually make damage on them. There we go. Now, I think by default you get like 3 continues on this game. There's a code that you can do that give you 9. That seemed to work fairly well. Come on. Okay, I think I got him. Oh, come on, I was doing damage and then it stopped. Finally. Just never stops exploding. Hello, adding. I'm still playing through Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm not sure how many levels there are, but I'll probably be playing that for a while. Guess and, they announced the DLC at the Nintendo Direct yesterday, which I'm not too interested in. Like it's more like a roguelike. Run through the stage, collect everything you can, time limit, and then you get to keep rewards and stuff that you get from doing it. It doesn't sound like something I care to do. A lot of times when DLC comes out for games, it's like, oh, and we're locked up. Okay, reset and start over. Well, hopefully it saved as I went. Okay, we'll try this again. I'm still going to keep the cheats on because this game's way too hard. One of the downsides about cheat codes is that sometimes they can cause the whole game to lock up. I did notice the master code on this was a little different than what I'm used to seeing, but it may be because it's a Japanese game. They may have a different standard master code. So this is where you're supposed to like hold down the A, switch to B, and then hit C as that logo fades. And there was another cheat code for a level select. Let me look at that real quick. Hold on. Because that one's easier to pull off. Then it might work. It's supposed to let you select a stage that you've already completed. When the Sega logo appears, start holding A plus Z. Release it when soft office screen first starts fading in. Switch to holding B and R. Well, I don't think that's gonna. I'm probably not gonna be able to do that. A, Z, B, and R. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, well, I don't know if my cheat codes will carry over. Probably not. Let me do that again. Ah, there we go. We'll try it, but I have a feeling my cheat codes are funked now. If it is, I'll just start the game over. Oh, well, maybe not. Got the infinite there, so maybe it stuck. Yeah, I don't get a score doing this because I continued. Wait a minute, I defeated this one. Oh. don't know if the Nakamura mode or whatever this is called is what gave me the invincibility, because that infinite there looks a little different. It doesn't look like what I had before. That might be why my score's not carrying over. Oh, it does say during the replays you're invincible. Oh, so all I actually got to do here is just replay a single stage. You don't actually get to continue, you just get to replay a single stage. Okay. Let's try this again then. Start over. I'll probably have to reset again and reapply my cheats. Yeah, it didn't keep the cheat code, so hold on. Luckily the game's only like 30 minutes long, so supposedly here, let's see. Yes, that noise indicated that I now have more continue. But don't necessarily need the You notice now at the bottom it said my credits are 9. That's what that cheat code did. Unfortunately, when you continue, you have to start the whole stage over. Finally, so it does look like if you wait to hit that laser, when it fills up, it'll do more damage. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy this time. I feel like the lasers don't really hit what I'm trying to hit. It says lock, but I don't feel like it's actually doing a lot of damage. My gun's doing all the damage. I'm not sure why they have a button like this. Is the rapid fire is holding down B, and A is like individual shots. I'm not sure why you would ever not just keep. There we go. And really, a shield of 2, so basically you can get hit twice. I think it is, and maybe it's 3. I can't remember if you go. Yeah, because you hit once, you go down to 1. You hit again, you go down to 0, and then the third time you're hit, you're dead, and then you're starting the whole stage over again. No checkpoints or anything. So a little unforgiving back in those days. That's the way they stretched out this, 30 minutes of stages to make it last a long time. Is you get to just get really good at it. Unfortunately, I don't have that patience. Now, I would not be surprised if this ends up locking up again on me. Same stage I completed last time. So, we'll see what happens, but if it locks up, it locks up. Not much I can do about it. Now I'm just going to sit here and get hit so I can hit him. It's an interesting take that, may not defeat the boss. Now, I guess you're going for score out of that, so I guess the downside of not beating the boss is that you don't collect as much of a score. Getting a score increase every time I hit him. But maybe there's a big chunk that adds on here if I beat him. to watch it. 788. Okay. Didn't look like it did much.
Perfect.
Way too many explosions. We need to have a song for defeating the boss. Another big question would be: is does it lock up here? Although when we played that, I forget what it was, the fighter game the other day, it didn't lock up the first time we played through, but then it locked up on hard, just right at the very final boss. So who knows? Dealing with cheat codes like this, sometimes it just sets things off the wrong spot. Oh, the mountains were flashing. I thought I was damaging the fringe. Like, kind of weird looking. Or what that's supposed to signify. Gosh, why does that thing keep shooting at me from the top? What is it? Yeah, I would have been long dead already on this stage. I definitely got further than I did last time, because I never remember going through a tunnel. I may end up just playing this multiple times if it keeps locking up. Sandworms. This is a lot like Panzer Dragoon. Okay, my aim won't go down to the ground, unfortunately. Like, that's as low as it goes. I've not destroyed that thing yet. Lots of explosions, destroying parts of it. I forgot how much I enjoy these kind of games. I know a lot of people don't like them now. Want to just be able to free roam and stuff, but it's just kind of fun just to shoot. I can see this game being brought back in some type of form. Of course, it won't because the company's defunct now. I don't know who owns the IP or whatever, but if you brought something like this back, you know, you could add some roguelike elements to it where you can increase your damage, you can pick up, maybe you're earning money as you go through here and you end up being able to buy things in the store to increase your number of lives, increase your health, continue, make your laser damage more, make it fire, like lockout range, maybe it locks with a larger radius. Just all kinds of things like that to help make the game easier, kind of improve replayability of it. It's saying lock, I'm hitting the button, but it doesn't feel like I'm ever hitting them. It goes right off the screen. And it doesn't seem like the laser hits him once he leaves the screen. Hard to damage him when he's never on screen. They're getting there. Once I stopped worrying on these bosses about getting hit, things a little easier. Way too many explosions. Hello, adding. I can't remember if I said this was 5 stages or 6 stages. Boy, it feels like that might set up somebody's epilepsy. That's interesting. It shines when I get the ceiling brightens up when I get up higher. Not sure what that's supposed to be. Below looks like a city. Like a big asteroid over top of it or something. I'll mention this again at the end of the stream, but I will not be on next week. We'll be busy all day on Saturday, so I have another Saturn Saturday in 2 weeks. Pretty sure it'll be in 2 weeks. But if you got any ideas of games that you'd like to see me play, as always, you can drop a comment on this video if you're watching it afterwards, or now, it doesn't really matter. What was that supposed to be? Fighting a Gundam of some sort, or... One of those, the red ship seems to be very important, so I'm trying to focus in on it. A little bit of slowdown here. Oh. I'm like a big mecha guy now. I did very little damage just then. Well, his torso is not aimed 1000. I don't know what that means. Now I'm getting some damage in. Ah, quit it. Feels like this is the ideal time for the game to lock up. Happening on the screen. And so he kind of shoots out and then the shots come back. One of the biggest difficulty here is that he just never stops moving. Hard to really get some shots in on him. Close. Time's getting down. There we go. Woo! Okay, that was either the last stage or I have one more. I want to say there was 6. Ah, so this is probably fine. I didn't even say a stage number here. Interesting. So I guess this is the final stage. Hey, Splintered One. Thank you for the donk. I'm missing the egg mule though. So I think I'm on the last stage here. I will go back if it doesn't lock up on me. I'll try the time attack thing and see how it goes. I hope you don't finish it before I get off the phone. Oh no, I'm gonna play back through. This is the last stage, but I'll play back through the time attack, assuming I get through here and it doesn't lock up because it's already locked up on me once. Of course, I'm using cheats, so. Definitely some interesting models here. I don't like these. They got a kind of an organic feel to them with like the legs or whatever those are supposed to be, tentacles. I'd be curious to trace down some of the staffing here in this company to see like where else they went. See if there's any kind of theme that you could see like in some of the later games. Like I said, the company and we're locked up. Dang it. So close. Well, we'll try it again. While I'm starting this up, I'm going to run an ad. I hope that doesn't offend anybody. It'll take a second for all this to come back up. And we'll try this again. Like now I'm determined. Nope. Went to the wrong menu. Finally, that when I page down on this, that I stop right on the game that I'm looking for. And unfortunately, there's no way to continue. Alrighty, here we go again. It's good at least that it saves as you go, so the stages that I completed, if I ever wanted to replay them, I would be able to just immediately go back and use that cheat code and play them again. What I probably should have done is just played through this ahead of time, gotten through it, unlocked everything, and then if it locked up, just go back and replay whatever stage I was on where it locked up. But I wanted to experience this for the first time with everybody else. I did try a little bit yesterday when I determined this is way too hard for me to try to play through without any cheat codes. After about 5 runs through the first stage and continuing and starting over, I'm like, yeah, this is not going to work. I think I made it to the boss once. And then you have to get through the entire game without continuing. Or I guess I should say, you can't continue back. Once your continues are gone, you're starting over. Countered Stage Guardian. I thought it was weird how Japanese games have so much English in them. I'm firing the laser, but it's like barely doing any damage. I also have all these other things that come up that grab your laser from you. Music's not too bad either. Curious who the composer is. I think it's using like the CD audio, it's called the Red Book standard, where it's like track 2, track 3, or whatever. And it looks like the terrain doesn't do any damage on me here. I thought for sure like I'd hit a bridge or a building or something, but it just shows kind of your ship's kind of locked into that little area. It's kind of annoying that you can't aim below halfway across the screen. That's as low as the sights go. That's another thing that probably would be better if it was fixed. But it looks like it does try to keep most of the enemies up where you can reach them, although they do drop down as they're coming in or going out. Kind of lose that ability to catch them then. I wonder if the lockup might have something to do with like how many times I've been damaged. I have to pay attention if it locks up again, or if I just got hit. It locks up. A lot of times these things will modifiers might change the like subtraction of a life to a plus of a life, or in this case a shield, and it might be hitting an out of range value or something after so many hits. If that happens and I have to run it through again, I'll try a 0 damage, not worry about killing anything, run. Not go for the points, we'll go to see if we can finish the game. Oof. A little sluggish here. Damaging something? There we go. Trying to not get hit. Good grief, that little torrent of bullets just goes straight for you. Oh, they released the Gundam. Finally. Oh, thank you, the Home Star Gardener, for following me over on Rumble. I appreciate it. Still there? Drop a chat. Let me know what you think about the this game. Ever played anything like this, or played the Saturn or anything, or had much of a chance to play Saturn? Like, this is just relaxing though. To me, like, just sitting. That's way too short of a stage. But they should have made that like about 5 times longer, even if it's just shooting the meteors. It's just kind of just shooting stuff. Hey, Homestar Gardener. No, I haven't, so you haven't played this. This is kind of fun. If you ever played like Panzer Dragoon or the second one, or I remember Yu Suzuki did a game that's a rail shooter here recently. I've got it and I finished it. The name's leaving me right now. It's on pretty much all the platforms. It's a fun rail shooter if you like this kind of games. And it has like all the stuff that I was talking about before that makes the game replayable. It has a bunch of levels, but you can keep going through and playing the same levels over and over, but you earn abilities for like stronger shots and extra health, and I can't remember what else there is, but there's almost like a skill tree type thing. I do. Oh, good. This is definitely a fun little game if you ever tried it. It only came out in Japan, but I'm playing it on the actual Saturn with I've got an ODE, so I didn't like import the game or anything. So a drive emulator. But you know, a lot of good Saturn emulators out there now that work pretty well. It's a Medfin, the one that I've used before, and it works great. Doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles, but it's almost like a good pure Saturn experience. Oh wait, we gotta get some music. Stage 4! Stage she. I don't know what the Japanese word for she is, or for stage is, so I'll just have to stage she. See, every time I shoot my laser, the laser strength, I guess, goes down. Oh, and it goes by down how many I shoot. Interesting. I hadn't noticed that before. So if I've got multiple locks, they'll take off by that many. Or maybe that's, I don't know if it's a strength now that I'm looking at. I'm wondering if that's just how many, it's telling me how many I shot. And then once they're all gone, I can't shoot anymore. That might be more what it is. It has to replenish, which might explain why sometimes I'm like, why am I not firing lasers? I didn't have enough. Yeah, it's kind of fun to kind of play these games and figure out some of the mechanics, especially when you don't really have much to go on. The manual, there's like a one paragraph description online that just told me what the buttons do. See, that's, I can't shoot the sandworm thing when he's down there so low. I think I have to take the head out to destroy that thing. To destroy the sandworm. I'm curious if you're a person who goes for score. Like, would I get more score like by breaking down the parts of the sandworm or destroying the sandworm, or if it gives you credit for destroying the whole, like when you destroy the whole thing, you get even more, a higher score on it. Encountered Stage Guardian. I'm not trying to fire my laser, but the laser needs to recharge. Yeah, this is the guy that doesn't stay on the screen for very long, so it's hard to damage him much. Then he's off the screen again. Even when you get a lock on him, you shoot it, by the time the laser gets to him, he's off the screen. Finally. That was way too much of way too many explosions.
No problemo.
Okay, what is it, stage 5 now? Yes. The epilepsy test stage. surprised there wasn't a warning. I guess it's not that bad of a flash, but imagine if you have issues with stuff like that. Almost makes me almost a little bit nauseous sometimes just watching it. Grief. But I'm never killing these guys. I'm gonna have to, like, outlast them. Oh, I think I destroyed the red guy. All right. Countered stage Gundam. You basically got 100 seconds to destroy him. Coming on and off of the screen almost defies physics. He'll go off to the left and then suddenly he's in the right. No chance to even, like, have time to move around behind me. Ah, good grief. I don't understand why I'm not hitting him. I don't think I'm going to beat him this time. Gosh, he just never stops moving. Yeah, I'm not going to beat him this time. I know I did at least did it once before. He just never stops moving. Oh, I'm still shooting him. Oh, it gave me a failure to brake. Oh. Weird. Alright, we'll try again here and see if we get past this or if it locks up this time. I like this, the effect here of the tunnel. It's interesting how it lights up, like whenever your ship gets closer to a certain wall or side or whatever. See, those guys stay at the bottom. I couldn't shoot them. Here I have to fight all the Gundam. Oh! Get that blast in the face. Ah, come on. Dang it. Trying to not take damage, but... definitely unforgiving. Okay, I don't remember seeing this guy before. Kinda cool looking. Oh, come on. There's a pretty smooth frame rate on it too. Noticing. Maybe it's better now that there's not really any type of walls or backgrounds. I think I got this streaming at 60 FPS, so it should show fairly clear on that side too if you've got your stream set to that. Laser seems to be the only thing doing damage. There we go, I think I'm hitting some spots now. No timer on this. I don't think this is the final boss. Maybe it is. Maybe it's because it's the final, you have to beat them. I don't give you a timer this time. Definitely doesn't take a lot of damage. I could imagine manually firing my shot, not just holding down this rapid. Like, why do they even have that option? Guess maybe it builds up from her shot, I don't know. It seems kind of like that'd be really tiring. Get a lock on him and then he goes off screen, so you don't... That doesn't do anything good. If you were doing this, laser's really the only thing you could hit him with because moves, or like you can't get right in front of him and shoot him. Shots come straight at you. Gotta kind of keep moving. Oh my gosh. Just time consuming. Come on. Oh, come on. For me, it's like, okay, if it locks up, it locks up. I'm trying to get damage on this guy. Alright, this should finally do it, I'm thinking. Finally!
Ha! Boom, baby!
G-A-M-E-O-U-E-R. Oh. That's all I got. Your name. No roll credits. I think one of the cheats I have for this is supposed to show the credits. Oh, we are getting an ending. Okay. So I looked up the director beforehand, and I found a lot of names matching that. So I don't know if it's related or not, but the only close thing that I found was apparently somebody related to the anime Elfenlied, but I don't think it's the same guy. Because he had just anime credits. He didn't have anything for gaming, so... Supposed to be the end? Oh, music ended. Oh, there we go. Now we're back. In case you're wondering, that code for extra continues is up, up, down, down, left, right. Sorry. Up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B, C. The Konami code, basically, for Saturn, but adding a C there because you got the 3 buttons across. Okay. So let's try a score attack and see how that looks like. Oh, okay, see. I guess you pick a stage. Oh, unlimited shield. Okay, so score attack lets you just play a stage and see how well you can do. Let's see what score ranking shows me how people have done. So this really doesn't matter if you have a cheat turned on or not. It's just, okay, what's the best score you could possibly get? And I believe you can't pick a stage here until after you've completed it, from what I remember reading. Now there were some other cheats here. Let's see. Go back to the page I had open here. Let's see. Thought there was one to see the credits. Oh, there's an animal character one. Let's see. Okay, so it's supposed to be at the title screen. Let's go back. Oh, not standard game. Back. Have to end the game. Hold on. Okay, so it would be up A, right B, down C, left X, up Y, Z, then. Okay. Guess I selected something. Oh, you're supposed to hit up plus down. You can't do that on the Saturn. Whatever I did, just replayed the ending. Oh, staff roll. Here it is. That's what I did. Up A, right B, down C, left X, up Y, and then Z. That's the exact same code as that other one. But then you're supposed to press up plus down at the same time. Okay. Player 2 debugs. So with player 2 controller, I don't know what the debug does. And an extra option. Don't know what that does. Okay, player debug controls. Okay, so it just like shows you on the screen where you're aiming, like in a text format. Okay, so this cheat thing, they do have a patch here to remap some of these cheats to easier things to do. Alrighty, let's see what we can do here. We'll do score attacks. Here's how it does when I'm with this enabled at the same time. Oh. Font looks a little different. Maybe that's just... Almost looks like it's supposed to be in a widescreen mode. Well, proportions of the video are the same. Maybe I get more points for chaining laser dots. Looks like it. Shooting people with my gun messes that up. I'll just reset again. So maybe my laser didn't hit something. Oh, I got a 3200 somehow. Maybe I've got to hit multiples at a time. Okay, so hitting multiples at a time looks like it gives you a higher score. That's definitely a different font. That's kind of weird. So if I'm right in the center instead of on the edges, maybe because it did that because it's throwing up the door things on the side. An interesting mode here. Hard to hit the guy when he's like running off the screen all the time. Stage Guardian broke completely. Oh, and then the font just changed back after it removed that text from the side. Oh, I set a high score. I am scoring just for killing these guys without a laser. I think. Popping up so quickly, I'm having a hard time telling what score I'm getting. Look, I'm scoring more just by shooting them with my gun. I'm killing more things. But I'm trying to watch my score and like see what my damage is doing. I'm only getting about like 10 points, I think, for each shot that I'm getting on them. Lasers are about the same. I can tell. It's almost like just shoot them with a gun. You do more damage. In fact, you can take them out a lot quicker. Of course, really rolling up now, but I'm not doing anything. We're going up from damage? Or is that going down? I think it was going up. I take some damage. I mean, it's scrolling up even when I'm getting hit. It's like kind of weird. We'll reward you points for getting hit. Zero vitality. Gameoooer. The stage is way too short. Kind of cool. It shows it kind of lights up what you're hitting, and that's your score you're getting from hitting it. So hitting them in the head seemed to hurt more. Or at least gave me a better point reward. Still getting a score. Blowing up. If I can get any more points just sitting here. 75, 680. Any points for time left over? Nope. They give you some points for your amount of time left on the clock. Alright, well, I'll try stage 4 now. I can see this mode being kind of fun, trying to be try-score, figuring out what gets you the most points. Know if chaining lasers gets the most points, but it's like I'm better off just shooting them, getting points just for more enemies dead. Somehow, somewhere the laser resets. Not sure where, because now it's not giving me any points for anything. Maybe I'm not killing anything. Oh, I got a 600 on that one. Hey, Splitter 1, I've always hated when the geometry of objects cut into the geometry of surfaces. Yeah, that snake thing totally got run over by that big ship. Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of, especially in these older games like that, there's definitely a lot of clipping that goes on where they don't. Ooh, I got a 20,000 point, a 200,000 point for that. Killing the sandworm. I think that was what it was. Well, no, it went away. I didn't get one that time. Well, come on. In other words, if spaceships hit surfaces, you shouldn't be able to ghost through it. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of a thing, especially in some older games. You still see it in games now today. It kind of bugs me when, like, you'll see a character and their sword will be like clipping through somebody's face when they're standing next to them or whatever. They're holding the sword out. One thing I was impressed with is Final Fantasy VII Remake. I remember playing that and noticing very little of that, like just in the outfits, because a lot of times you'll see it, they'll put on like some type of armor and now their sword's cutting through the armor. And they took a lot of time to make sure that type of stuff didn't happen very often. I did not notice it very much. I always thought that was kind of cool, the detail and time they took into just, and a lot of times it's the design of it to prevent things like that happening. Oh, come on. Where's he at? And if you didn't hear me, sorry, there's probably about a 30-second delay from what I'm saying right now. You're hearing that about 30 seconds later, because for some reason my latency got set back to normal on YouTube. I don't know why it does stuff like that, even though I told you to use the exact same settings you did last time you streamed. Let's see. All the Dune-inspired monsters on these games, yep. Yeah, it just glitches and the graphics are 3D made, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, like the Dune-type characters here. Is like it has a very organic feel to a lot of it, but still, it looks like it's machines. So a lot of times they have extra, like they'll have legs and stuff. I thought that was kind of cool, almost like it's a bug or something. Not bug as in a glitch, but a bug, creepy crawly bug. Lots of explosions here.
Ha! Boom, baby!
And I took the thing out.
No problemo.
And I'm sure I got a high score again. Yep. Leonard says, I always tried to throw people off buildings in a Batman game, and they just floated in mid-air. That game wouldn't let you end people. Hey, they let you do that in Mario 64. You can take the penguin and throw it off of the one of the first stages there. There's like a little baby penguin. You can pick it up and just throw it off the ledge. Became a legendary meme. Okay, let's try stage 5 here. A score we can get. I think the default high scores here aren't very high. Okay, I'm gonna go back to trying the analog stick just to see how it plays. Maybe I didn't give it enough time. I feel like I can't control the thing. I do move across the screen, I think, a little faster than with the digital stick. So in that case, it's fine, but it's hard to just drill down on one spot and hit something. As far as just sweeping across the screen, it works pretty well. And unfortunately, with the if you don't know this, with the 3D pad, there's a physical switch that you have to switch between digital and analog. You can't just move your thumb over to like the analog stick when you want to try that for a while. You have to physically flip a switch. But it was like one of the first analog sticks. I think technically the Nintendo 64 controller came out first, but the 3D analog stick was not very far behind. So I do have to wonder which one was developed first, or it's like an R&D. Yeah, I think I destroyed that thing. Bonus destroy. So if you're watching, you've got any ideas of some games you want me to play in the future, like I said, I won't be here next week. I'll be busy all day, but I should be back in 2 weeks. If there's some games, look up games on the Saturn. I still haven't played the Alien Trilogy on stream yet, so I might have to do that sometime soon. I had that game when it originally came out, and I remember it just frustrating me because I found it difficult, but I may, I'm sure now there's all kinds of cheats for it, so I'm all about just trying the cheats and just experiencing the game. And I'm, not trying to get great at it, but just giving me a chance to experience all the graphics and the play roles and all that stuff. So may not do another RPG for a while because those take a long time to get through. Think about picking up off stream, not stream it, picking up Metaphor Refantasio. It's on Game Pass. I've heard it was one of the best RPGs last year, I guess it was, when it came out, so I need to go through and play that. I usually try to have a couple of games going at a time. So I'm doing Donkey Kong Bonanza now, which that's a game you just pick up and play pretty much anywhere. Whereas RPG, you got to kind of have time to sit down and play through a section of it or whatever, and keep the controls going so you don't forget what you're doing or the story. Come on. One more hit. Can't even hit with the laser because he goes off the screen before the laser can catch him. How am I not doing any damage whatsoever? It feels kind of cheap when he just keeps running off screen. I don't get to run off screen where he can't hit me. Oh, I gotta use the analog. It's not changing. don't feel like I did as well on that stage. That was kind of a low score there. Alright, we'll move over to the last one. Again, trying it with the analog stick. We do have 5 people watching. I thank you for checking out the stream, at least over on YouTube. And of course, if you're watching me on Rumble or Twitch, thank you for joining me there. If you have not smashed the like button, please do so. It does tell YouTube that, hey, people like this, and maybe we should show this to some more people. Generally, my live streams don't get as many views and stuff as like my videos that I do during the week, but I just enjoy playing some of these old games, so I thought, hey, that's a good way to do this and let some other people maybe check it out either live, or you might check it out later because you're trying to figure out what in the world's this game about. I've never heard of this game, so a chance to look at it. I do like the coloring in here. Got like that wiring tray that was just above there at the top. It's gone now, but got lighting effects on the walls and stuff when you move around. Although I'm not sure why like one entire wall lights up because you're closer to it, but these are the characters, enemies I was talking about that look like bugs crawling around. That kind of give that organic feel. I don't even know what this game's supposed to, like the storyline's supposed to be. I'm sure it was in the manual originally, but I think there's a translation of the manual around anywhere. Just now notice that every enemy shows me their vitality when I'm shooting on them. I thought maybe it was just the boss. Six vitality points. I'd like to take the Guardian out with just the lasers, but I don't think I do enough damage. Or don't do the damage fast enough. But I'm not seeing a countdown timer on this version. May not be a time limit, or maybe it'd be a restraint of the screen with all the extra information on there. Getting destroyed by that thing. Luckily I have infinite health. That's part of the, I mean, that's, I don't want to say luckily, but that's the design of the Thor attack. Oh, that's why there's no timer. I'm on the boss, the final boss. Doesn't have a timer on him. He was lighting up like I was hitting, but I was not seeing his vitality go down any. Okay, I think the lasers do hit him when he went around. It just didn't do damage. 72. Four. 0. Boom, 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 boom. Game over. Score ranking. Okay, so it goes through all the different stages. Okay, let's see, what other little functions are there here? I wish I could read what that says. Like, allow you good hello. Yeah, underneath the G vector. Like, even on my screen, I can't really tell what it says. It's pixelated. Play demonstration here while I'm looking up any other little Easter eggs or something we might want to look up at on this. Let's say a full 8 destroyed target results at a 51,000 bonus points. I guess if I hit a laser with all of them, walk in on 8. The game is under SegaRetro.org. The game is surprisingly cruel with resources. You get a single life with 3 hit points, and there's no recovery items in sight. There are continues, of course. Using continue throws your score away and disables the ending. Oh my gosh. There's a total of 6 stages. Stages are completed in the standard game. You access the score, attack, and practice. For practice, but you're also invincible or invulnerable. Wow, rough. Let's see. Naoki Sakane did the sound. Well, we want music though. Hiroyuki Nakanashi. Look and see if we find him related to anything else. Yeah, I'm not getting anything. Add music. I found somebody by that name on SoundCloud. Lots of Facebook pages and LinkedIn's. Let's add his name with G vector and see what else might pop up. I'm hoping maybe a list of games worked on or something, but yeah, I'm not coming up with anything. Okay. So yeah, not anything really related to this dude. Yeah, they do have a weird mode where you play as like some type of flying little cat animal, but the code they say to do that you can't actually press. You have to hit up and down at the same time. So yeah, no way of doing that. So I think we're probably done here. So I don't think there's anything else to go back through. Played the main game, played the score attack, demonstration. We looked at the options earlier. There's nothing. Somewhat music off me. Oh, maybe that's to play. Ah, yeah, okay, so you can listen to play the sound effects. In the reverse on, that means reversing up and down. But to me, that's the way I like it. I hit up, I go up. I hit down, I go down. The default is like you would have like an airplane stick. You hit down, you pull down to go up. Which, I understand in that sense, it makes sense if I'm using the joystick. But when you're playing with a D-pad or analog stick, it feels counterintuitive. So I always reverse those back. So, alrighty, I think we're going to head and call it a day here. I want to thank everybody for joining me in Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. Again, thank you, Homestar Gardner, for subscribing and chatting. I appreciate it over on Rumble and on YouTube. We had David and Splintered One here. I think I will go ahead and send out membership gifting. So I'll send those now. We'll see who grabs a few of these. So I don't know how quickly that would come through. Yeah, this membership gifting thing's kind of weird. Okay, so we'll see if this comes through later, but we'll go ahead and get off here and call it a day. And then, so until next time, be good.